Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are having a good day. In today's video, I'm actually talking about the home loan process and what credit score you actually need, or what credit score I think you actually need to secure your first home loan and have the best interest rate. Now, if you are new here, I do talk about ways for you to get paid and to save. I may every now and then give you guys an update on stimulus checks, any type of breaking news or current events. I also am documenting my weight loss journey, so if any of that interests you, definitely subscribe. You don't want to miss it. I will be posting quite a bit. I would say maybe 3 to 4 times a week, so you'll get new content from me very often, especially about my weight loss journey. So let's get into this video right now. So I think what inspired me to do this video is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I posted a video called my virtual house warming or house tour party on YouTube. I will post a card to that video up there so you can see it. But me and my husband are first time home buyers. It had been exactly a year since we had been in the home. We didn't actually have a housewarming party because by the time we got finished with all the renovations and just kind of getting everything together for the house, it was in the middle of the pandemic, which was in 2020. So we decided to just have a virtual housewarming party and just, you know, make it fun, make it the best we could, because we're just like, we're not going to be able to have a housewarming party. So this is what it is, right? So we did that, and I got a ton of questions from you guys about, not even just you guys in general, just friends or family, just about what our credit score was, how much money we put down, how much we paid for the house, just general questions. And I can definitely dive into what my credit score was. I'm not going to release my husband's credit score just because this isn't his YouTube channel, it's mine. But I'll talk about what mine is, I'll talk about what the interest rates are, and then I'll give you guys a live example to show you exactly how important it is to have the best credit score. Now, I want to talk about what's considered a low credit score or a credit score that really isn't the best. In my opinion, anything that is a 675 or less is considered a low or a bad, I'm using air quotes, credit score. And the reason why is because a lot of mortgage lenders may require you to put more money down. They may ask you to have a co-borrower or to have someone co-sign on the home mortgage. Or like I said, they'll just give you a much higher interest rate, which is going to affect your monthly payments. So that is something that you really need to look into if you do have a 675 or below and you're still trying to get a home loan. I would say to hold off and wait, and then see about reapplying so that you can see the actual difference. I'm gonna hop over and show you guys a live example of how much of a difference credit scores actually are with your mortgage loan payment. So I think we're gonna be looking at several examples, but I'm gonna hop over. I'll be right back.
So I want to look at a few things with this specific example. It just gives you the relationship of credit scores and the interest rate. And I actually found this online. It's public information. It was found from myfico.com, but it talks about how your credit scores actually do affect your mortgage rates, and it just kind of gives you a little scatter diagram here. So so anything from a 760 to an 850 would give you at least you'd have 138,000 in total interest paid throughout the duration of the loan. And then if you have a 620 to a 639, this is on the lower end of the credit scores, then you're going to pay 207,000. So I want to break down a little bit what that really means. This is saying that you have a $200,000 principal, or that's how much of the mortgage that you actually took out over the course of 30 years. And as you can see, if you have a 760 to 850, your monthly payment is only $865. Now let's look down here as if you have a 620 to a 639 credit score. Your monthly payment goes all the way up to $1,048. So on the higher end of the spectrum, it's $865. Lower end, it's $1,048. That's over almost a $200 difference. And I know you think that may not seem like a lot of money, but over the course of the loan, it's $177,000 you're paying on interest, versus if you have a credit score that's higher, it's only $111,000. That extra $200 a month that you're paying on your monthly payment, that could go towards your light bill, your electricity bill. That might be groceries for a week. So it's definitely a big deal when you look at the greater picture and you also look at it over, like I said, a 30-year duration versus just kind of month after month, you're saving $200. It does add up. So this is something that I really wanted to show you guys and give you guys just a live example of, because I thought it was so important to really see it. And this is kind of for my visual learners. I also wanted to point out, as you can kind of see, if you have a 760 to 850, that's still your same mortgage rate. You're at the top tier. So that means someone who has a 775 versus someone who has an 815, more than likely they're still going to have the same interest rate. That's why I was kind of saying I don't understand why some people want that perfect credit score, that 850 or 800, because a lot of times if you're in the high 700s, your credit score is still going to be the same. It's not going to change. Or I'm sorry, not your credit score. Your interest rate is still going to be the same. It's not really going to change anything. That's why I always giggle a little bit when people are saying, oh, I'm at a 775, but I really want to be at an 800. And it's like, dude, there's not really much of a difference once you get above the 760. In my case, it was actually 740. I got the best interest rate that my lender had. But according to this specific example, there was even a better interest rate if my credit score would have been just 20 points higher. But anyway, that is what I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to hop back into the video and I will talk to you guys in a bit.
I hope that that example really helped you guys, just to show like why it's important, what your credit score needs to kind of look like. And again, different mortgage lenders, banks, whatever you'd like to call them, are different. They operate differently. In my specific case, I had a 740. So because I had a 740, I was okay. It wasn't the best, but it definitely was far from being the worst. I had, with the mortgage loan company I went through, I got the best interest rate they had. What that means is, because I had a 740, even if I would have had an 850, I still would have gotten that same exact rate. It didn't matter that I, didn't have an 800 credit score. So it is possible to have that threshold of an 800 credit score and an 850 will still have the same exact amount of interest rate. So a lot of people who are saying, I want a perfect credit score, I just kind of look at them and shake my head like, but you realize like a lot of times, depending on what you're trying to get, it really won't make that much of a difference. Especially once you start to get into the 800s. Like an 825 and an 850 is not really going to make that much of a difference. Usually an 800 to an 850 might not make that much of a difference depending on what you're applying for. It could be a car, credit card, house. It just depends. And again, it depends on the company as well. But I hope that this type of video and this type of content is things that you like. If it is, like I said, definitely subscribe. I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. And comment below and tell me if you feel like sharing that, what credit score you actually think is a good enough credit score to purchase a home, or what credit score did you have when you purchased your home, townhouse, condo, whatever it is you purchased. I would love to get that information and hear that. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys. Later.